Here are today's headlines. President Duterte gives encouragement to graduating cadets of the Philippine Military Academy as Alabtala class. 4 persons die in a fire that hit the Manila Pavilion Hotel. Senator Cynthia Villar supports Davao City's bid to become the cacao and chocolate capital of the Philippines. And the Department of Tourism urges tourists to visit religious destinations during the Lenten season. Good day. I'm William Theo. Welcome to the PNA Newsroom. The son of a farmer topped this year's graduates of the Philippine Military Academy as President Rodrigo Duterte advised the future officers to stay loyal to their duty and follow the Constitution. Here is our report.
282 cadets graduated as part of Philippine Military Academy Alabtala class of 2018. Leading the graduates as valedictorian is Cadet First Class J. Wardin Hontoria, the son of a farmer and a housewife from Pavia, Iloilo. Hontoria is the brigade commander or baron of the class and the 3rd baron to graduate as valedictorian. Ricardo Liwaden and Junjay Castro, also children of farmers, graduated 2nd and 3rd. 75 female cadets graduated from the academy, the biggest so far in PNA history, with 3 of them in the top 10. President Duterte urged the graduates to continue being good to the service and brace for the harsh realities of society, particularly with the war against terrorism and illegal drugs, and be ready to sacrifice for the country.
Mistakes will always be inevitable, but have confidence in knowing that the rules of the Academy have honed you for responsibilities that await you as you assume leadership roles in the armed forces.
The Commander-in-Chief also called upon the graduates to abide by the Constitution and follow the chain of command. He reminded them to remember always the 3 words that have been ingrained deeply in their hearts: courage, integrity, and loyalty, which will serve as their guide throughout their careers. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Janice Cavin.
The Department of Transportation is confident that the partial operation of the first phase of the Metro Manila Subway project will be ready by 2022. The first 3 stations expected to be operational are the Mindanao-Quirino Highway, Tandang Sora, and North Avenue. The Philippine and Japanese governments have signed a 104 billion yen loan agreement for their construction. Part of the project will be the construction of a 30-kilometer underground railway estimated to be completed by 2025. The first phase of the subway project will cost 788 billion yen or about 356 billion pesos. Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelos said the remarks of Senator Antonio Trillanes against President Rodrigo Duterte are not covered by parliamentary immunity. Panelos said the charges filed against Trillanes were not based on his criticisms against Duterte, but on his call on the military to violate the person of the president. A Pasay City prosecutor has found probable cause to charge Trillanes with inciting to sedition. In his privileged speech last October, he had told soldiers to use their machine guns on the president. Panelo also said Trillanes was wrong when he compared his criminal case to the president's move to withdraw from the Rome Statute, which created the International Criminal Court, or ICC. He said that while Trillanes is being charged under the law, Duterte is being subjected to violations of his constitutional right to due process. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana clarified that the military is not keen on holding offensives against LUMAD groups despite the terror tag of the CPP-NPA. This came after LUMAD groups expressed fears that their communities will be targeted once the CPP-NPA is officially branded as a terrorist group. Lorenzana said the terror tag will apply only to rebel leaders, fighters, and supporters. He also clarified that only LUMADs who join the NPA ranks and those who actively support them will be included as terrorists and will be the subject of security operations. He said those who choose peace will be protected by the military and police. At least 4 persons were confirmed dead in a fire that razed the Manila Pavilion Casino in Ermita, Manila on Sunday. 17 victims were reported injured and taken to the hospital for treatment, with 3 of them being declared dead on arrival. The 4th fatality was found by rescuers inside the hotel around midnight. The Manila Police District Tactical Operations Center said 2 of the dead have already been identified as hotel workers. The Bureau of Fire Protection said the Manila Pavilion Hotel fire started at 9:30 a.m. at the 2nd floor and was raised to 5th alarm by 10:09 a.m. The fire was eventually raised to Task Force Alpha at 11:07 a.m. President Duterte and Special Assistant Bongo conducted an aerial inspection of the fire as soon as he returned from the graduation exercises at the Philippine Military Academy. Still to come, Senator Cynthia Villar supports Davao City's bid to become the cacao and chocolate capital of the Philippines. The DILG advises voters to avoid voting barangay candidates with links to illegal drugs. These and more when the PNA Newsroom continues.
Ito ang Duterte on Duty. Ulat sa ginagawa ng Presidente. March 10, Sabado, Zamboanga City. Taos-pusong pinasalamatan ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte ang Western Mindanao Command sa matagumpay nitong pagprotekta sa mamamayan.
I salute the valiant soldiers of the Western Mindanao Command for their successful efforts in combating threats groups in their area of operation, especially during the 5-month battle in Marawi City. By fulfilling your sworn duty to protect our people and to defend our democratic institutions, you help pave the way for a stronger republic.
Diniretsa ng Pangulo ang mga politiko na sangkot sa krimen, droga at korupsyon.
I'm renewing the warning to me. Huwag kayong magkumpiyansa sa iyang ginagawa niyo. Do not feel so invulnerable na pati yung mga pulis ninyo pinapatay ninyo. And you are using the office of the mayor as your platform for drugs distribution. At talagang hihiritan kita. Hihiritan kita because you are destroying the nation.
March 13, Martes, Malacanang. Pinangunahan ng Pangulo ang Joint Command Conference ng AFP at PNP. March 14, Miyerkules, Norsagaray, Bulacan. Nakidalamhati si Pangulong Duterte sa naulilang pamilya ni SPO1 Ronaldo Legaspi na namatay sa isang buy-bust operation ng anti-illegal drugs. Pinarangalan ng Order of Lapu-Lapu Rank of Kalasag si SPO1 Legaspi. Cagayan Province. Ininspeksyon ng Pangulo ang mga ginawang innovation sa Lalo Airport. Kasunod nito ay sinaksihan ng Chief Executive ang pagwasak sa smuggled luxury vehicles na may halagang 27 million pesos.
The destruction of these contraband luxury vehicles signifies a strong resolve to restore good governance, preserve our nation's dignity, and safeguard our people's welfare.
Ito ang Duterte on Duty. Abangan sa susunod na linggo ang mga gagawin ng Pangulo.
The Philippine Iron and Steel Institute, or PISI, wants to partner with the Department of Trade and Industry in the monitoring of the iron and steel industry in the country. This after PISI received reports that substandard reinforcing steel bars are being sold in the domestic market. Substandard steel includes underweight rebars, those shorter than their standard length, and rebars that are not compliant with the Philippine national standard. PISI stressed that the fraudulent selling of substandard rebars compromises the safety of the public and also a burden to legitimate rebar manufacturers. PISI recommends that the DTI should conduct actual weighing and testing steel bars aside from checking the logos and markings. It also urged the DTI to file cases against store owners and manufacturers found violating the PNS and practices unfair trade. Senator Cynthia Villar is supporting a resolution of the Davao City Council declaring Davao City as the cacao and chocolate capital of the Philippines. She hopes to receive a copy of the City Council resolution passed by Councilor Marisa Salvador Abella and work on it at the Senate. The declaration will help the farmers in advancing their income, create jobs and livelihood, and spur tourism and other economic activities in the city. 80% of the total cacao production in the country is sourced from the Davao region, and about 30% comes from the city. Davao City is also home to the multi-awarded Malagos chocolate, which was named one of the best 50 in the world. Meanwhile, the Department of Tourism has launched the Davao Chocolate Tour Overload, an educational tour that highlights the cacao industry. The Presidential Communications Operations Office is launching a program aimed at helping small-town festivals around the Philippines promote their culture, customs, and traditions. PCOO Assistant Secretary Ana Marie Banaag disclosed during the 37th Strawberry Festival that they are working with concerned government agencies in planning the envisioned festival caravan. The PCOO is crafting ways to promote the culture of different places, such as the Strawberry Festival and the festivals of other provinces in the country. She noted the Strawberry Festival allows tourists to appreciate the hard work and sacrifices of the farmers in sustaining the strawberry industry. She added government media entities are available and could be accessed to help inform the public about the activities under the planned festival caravan. The Department of the Interior and Local Government in Bacolod urged Bacoleños not to vote for barangay candidates linked to illegal drugs. DILG Bacolod Director Maria Joy Meredith Madayag stressed the importance of the Barangay Anti-Drug Abuse Councils in solving the illegal drug problems in the villages. Madayag and some barangay officials failed to submit regular monitoring reports on the campaign against illegal drugs. As of February 2018, more than half of the 61 barangays in Bacolod were moderately affected, while the rest are slightly affected. Vice Mayor Elcid Familian pointed out that the barangay officials have trouble carrying out their functions over fear of possible retaliation by drug suspects. Familian said the DILG should monitor the compliance of the barangays and impose sanctions on those that are non-compliant. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio announced that she will not yet order the closure of resorts illegally operating in Marilog District. The mayor has an inventory of business establishments that operate without the proper permits. Councilor Al Ryan Alejandre earlier reported that only 2 of the 30 resorts in Marilog District had permits, with some of them not located in the city's environmental tourism zone. He said airing resorts may be subject to demolition, but only after thorough discussion and investigation. Last week, authorities in Aklan shut down the Boracay West Cove Resort for lacking business and other necessary permits. Up next, the Department of Tourism urges tourists to visit religious destinations during the Lenten season. And a group of OFWs start a venture of making high-quality chocolate products. These and more when the PNA Newsroom returns.
Patuloy pa rin ang pagtulong ng Dole Tupad sa mga IDPs dito sa Balué, Lanao del Norte sa mga benepisyaryo ng proyekto ng pagsasaka ng Go Negosyo. May kabuuang 1,200 na benepisyaryo ng programang Tulong Hanap Buhay para sa Displaced Workers o TUPAD ng Department of Labor and Employment o DOLE ang tumanggap ng kanilang sahod na nagkakahalaga ng 10,000 piso bawat isa. Ang mga benepisyaryo ay ang mga internally displaced persons ng Marawi City na mga magsasaka at nananatili sa Baloe, Lanao del Norte. Sa pamamagitan ng Sanggibo Salamat o Thousand Thanks, ang pinansyal na tulong ay ibinigay bilang kapalit sa kanilang 30 araw na pagsasaka mula Disyembre 2017 hanggang Pebrero 2018. Ang profiling ng mga benepisyaryo ay binatay sa sertipikasyon na nagpapatunay na sila ay mga magsasaka na inisyo ng Marawi City Social Welfare Development. Ginamit din ang Disaster Assistance at Family Access Card na mula sa Department of Social and Welfare Development para sa verifikasyon. Karamihan sa mga tumatanggap ng tulong pinansyal ay mga benepisyaryo rin ng 3 buwang intensive farm training ng Go Negosyo Converges na ngayon ay mga magsasaka ng Agri-Model Farm Site 1 sa Barangay Abaga, Baloe, Lanao del Norte. Ayon kay Maruf Saud, isa sa mga benepisyaryo ng Dole Tupad ay nagpahayag ng pasasalamat sa tulong na ibinigay sa kanila dahil makatutulong ito sa kanya na mabili ang mga pangangailangan ng kanyang pamilya. Hinikayat din niya ang kanyang mga kapwa residente ng Marawi na subukan din ang pagsasaka.
Maganda sa paghanap buhay. Yung hanap buhay na talagang itatawid natin ang pamilya. May pagtawid yun ng pamilya sa paano tayo kikita. Yun ang maganda sa nakuha namin dito na natutunan namin. Pangbili namin ng kagamitan, yung iba ibibili namin sa gamit ng mga bata. Subukan din nila yung mag-farm. Karami nga Maranao, nagpa-farm, hindi na alam anong protocol, anong gagawin sa ako. Pero marunong sila. Pero yung mga technique na tinuro ay scientific, yun ang wala. Yun ang naituturo namin sa kanila. Yun ang namin sa kanila, sumali sila sa amin para magaya nila kami.
Samantala, ang Dole sa pamamagitan ng Tupad ay nagbigay din ng cash assistance sa mga IDP na nanatili sa Iligan City, mga evacuees at mga home-based families. Para sa Bayan, Sweet Lukman, Philippine Information Agency.
The Department of Tourism calls on the public to visit faith-based tourism destinations in observance of the coming Lenten season. Tourism Secretary Wanda Tulfo-Teo is pushing for faith tourism where tourists take part in a holy pilgrimage of the country's religious establishments. She said the Philippines, as a Catholic country, has a wealth of holy places that may be promoted as tourist destinations. Among those worth promoting are the churches in the Ilocos region, the Moriones Festival in Marinduque, and the old churches in northern Mindanao. For those who want to avoid the Lenten exodus, old churches in Intramuros and Quiapo are good Visita Iglesia destinations. At least 10 bodies were recovered after a light airplane crash landed on a house in Barangay Lumang Bayan, Plaridel Town, Bulacan. A Piper PA-23 Apache 6-seater twin-engine light aircraft was bound for Lawag, Ilocos Norte. The recovered bodies include the 5 from the crashed aircraft, while the other 5 were members of the Santos family who were living in the house. A vendor and a child were reported hurt in the accident. All aircraft operated by Light Air Express, the owner of the downed plane, are grounded pending results of the ongoing investigation. Meanwhile, the provincial government of Bulacan will shoulder the cost of funeral services for the 5 family members. The affected residents will also undergo stress debriefing. A survivor of Super Typhoon Yolanda emerged as the first winner in the ongoing PSC Pacquiao Amateur Boxing Cup Visayas semifinals in Samar. A 15-year-old Jilin de la Cruz scored a unanimous decision against Cebu's Tricia Marie Llamas in the junior girls pinweight division. This is the third gold medal for De La Cruz, who also won the gold medal in the 2016 Batang Pinoy bout in Tagum City and 2017 Batang Pinoy bout in Dumaguete City. Her teammates Judy Ann Orbeta and Mayra Nacario are already qualified in the national finals and Visayas finals, respectively. Meanwhile, Joshua Belicena from Bago stopped Sipalais Nixon Anito by a referee-stop contest in round 1 of the junior boys flyweight division. Rodel Gamo won by decision over Arman Jake Aragon in the junior boys pinweight, while Samuel Manale beat Mandaue Omega's Jim Paul Dignos in the lightweight division. A local chocolate manufacturer is getting international market attention for their dark halal chocolate products. A company started as a joint effort among a group of overseas Filipino workers. Here is our report.
From the deserts of the Middle East to cacao farms in Davao City, 25 overseas Filipino workers are now finding their own niche in the world of chocolate makers. They named their company MS3 AgriVentures, located in Sitio San Isidro, Bunawan in Davao City. They have bonded through crowdsourcing to raise 5 million pesos in initial capital to put up a chocolate-making company in Davao City. At a 135,000 peso minimum share, the 25 OFWs are now trailblazing the halal dark chocolate industry and produce cacao tablets, cacao powdered tea, cacao vinegar, even a banana chocolate. MS3 AgriVentures was awarded as the Philippines' best cacao tablet producer in 2017 by the Asia Halal Brand Awards in December 17 last year in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, for its dark cacao tablet. MS3 joins international exhibitions to market their products, which have attracted the attention of companies in Malaysia, Poland, and New Zealand. MS3 is also being assisted by the Department of Agriculture Region 11 in marketing their products and linkage. MS3 AgriVentures was also one of the exhibitors at the Mindanao Organic and Natural Expo, or One Mindanao. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Chris Crismundo.
Let's now check out the weather forecast for Metro Manila and the rest of the country. Here is another look at today's headlines. President Duterte gives encouragement to graduating cadets of the Philippine Military Academy as Alab-Tala class. 4 persons die in a fire that hit the Manila Pavilion Hotel. Senator Cynthia Villar supports Davao City's bid to become the cacao and chocolate capital of the Philippines. And the Department of Tourism urges tourists to visit religious destinations during the Lenten season. Thank you for watching another episode of the PNA Newsroom. To check out these and other stories, visit the PNA website or follow the Philippine News Agency on Facebook and Twitter. For more stories about the government and how it serves the Filipinos, look for these hashtags in all of our social media platforms and websites. And that's your daily dose of the hottest news and the latest information that you need to know from the PNA Newsroom. I'm William Theo. Good day.